Okay, I'm doing a problem from the chapter online test about flipping a coin 2 times and what are the outcomes, especially of getting a heads and a tails. And the student thinks that the correct answer is 1/3 since there are 3 outcomes, but that is not the correct answer. So I'm going to show you with a tree diagram. So if we toss a coin 1 time, here's our first toss. And our possible outcomes are heads or tails, with the probability of each being 1/2. On our second toss, our outcomes are still heads or tails, and our probabilities are still 1/2 on all of these branches. And on a tree diagram, when you go along a branch, so if we look at this outcome right here, that outcome would be heads, heads, and we multiply along a branch. So what happened first times what happened second, or the probabilities. So 1/2 times 1/2 would give us 1/4. And if you look here, there are actually 4 outcomes. The next outcome is heads, tails, still with a probability of 1/4. Tails, heads, still with a probability of 1/4. And tails, tails with a probability of 1/4. Since these are all our outcomes, if we add up these separate outcomes, we better get a total of 1 because that's all our probabilities. But if you look carefully here, these 2 outcomes are different, heads, tails, or tails, heads. Even though it's still 1 head, 1 tail, the order mattered on this. And so these together, the probability of getting 1 head and 1 tail is not going to be 1/3. It's actually going to be 1/4 plus 1/4, since they are separate outcomes, which would give us 2/4 or 1/2. I hope that helps you understand tree diagrams and this problem from the test.